From Basshole Studios in Hollywood, California.
Yo, what time is it?
You're listening to I'm a Basshole with Doug Bass. We've all been one.
He's an asshole.
So let's laugh about it. Now, here's your host, Doug Bass.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to I'm a Basshole. My name's Doug Bass. I'm your host. Thanks for joining us today on the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Doug Bass Comedy, at Basshole Show. Subscribe to the podcast at Basshole Show. Subscribe. It's important for you guys to do that. It's good to have everyone here today. Basshole's in the studio. We got Rob DeRocha at Robbie DeRoach, Rachel D at Rachel D Comedy, CJ Aviles at CJ Aviles. Very original Instagram, CJ. All right, and our guest today is actress, comedian, stand-up comedy comedian Samantha Hale is in the studio. Let's get to it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to I'm a Basshole. Thanks for joining us today.
We have a packed house. This place is...
Rob,
Look where I am. I'm in the corner now.
Rob just jumps in and doesn't even allow me to introduce the guest like a true asshole.
Sorry.
Always. He can't wait to use that microphone, that Rob DeRocha.
My
That's
bad.
why he's sitting in the corner today.
Exactly.
He's in trouble. Our guest today is comedian and actress Samantha Hale. Samantha is here. CJ, can you switch to her? There you go.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for joining
Already
us.
trying to put me in the corner too. All right. Let's see how
Nobody puts Samantha in the corner.
That's right.
Samantha is a comedian, a producer,
Yes.
right, and an actress, right?
I've done a few things.
Yeah, a few
couple
things.
few things.
All right. Now you've also been on Laughs on Fox. Is that true? Your stand-up
been.
comedy, and you produce a show at the Hollywood Improv.
I do.
Called Horror Nerd.
Yeah, I'm a geek.
Horror.
Like, there's no W in front of
okay,
it.
I was just checking.
I said that while we were like talking. I was like horror nerd.
like, is that a
W?
Someone said horror nerd. I was like, no, horror, like the genre.
Horror.
Yeah, I just didn't know how bad we were hard up for tickets these days. Like we're just kind of.
Well, we do whore ourselves out to fill the room every month. So
Yeah, that's true.
kind of
Yeah.
Horror's
That's true.
comedy.
Samantha, I've been a true asshole. I'll admit it up front that I've seen bits and pieces of your show as I'm working there and standing in the back watching it and stuff. But I haven't seen the full thing yet, and I need to. The next one I plan on going to. It's the Child's Play edition. Is that
Child's
correct?
Play edition, yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
So tell us like the gist of like how your show works. Horror nerd at the Improv.
Yeah, so it's all horror. I always
and
have to
now you can't even
like
say
horror. Even I have to be very clear with my phone too. Horror. I've texted horror to a lot of people.
Horse nerd?
Want to do the horror show?
Horror nerd. Sometimes I don't correct it and just see what they say.
Right.
See if they're like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, everyone's in. Yeah.
Then I get to know them better. So it's once a month. It's all scary movie themed material.
Right, okay.
So the concept kind of started in lockdown. We were all bored, had nothing to do, right? So I just started driving to all these iconic filming locations, like the
Nice.
Michael Myers house,
Yeah.
the Nightmare on Elm Street house. They're all right here.
They're all
so-
on, what is it, Ogden or whatever? Yeah.
yeah.
They're
There's
all
one
right
on
over
Orange
there.
Grove.
Yeah.
They're all right there, and then there's a bunch in Pasadena too. And I started just making videos, kind of roasting the killer in front of the actual house. Like I would make fun of Michael Myers in front of the Laurie Strode house or whatever, and it got a really good response. And so I started writing all this material, and then I thought that'd be fun.
Yeah.
The Improv likes themed shows. It's something
For
different.
sure, yeah. And it's like sells out like every month that you do
Yeah.
it, right? And haven't you done it like other places too, like another improv maybe? I
Yeah,
think, right?
we did Brea, which
Right,
was
okay.
exciting. We did the Brea Improv, and it was my first time headlining an improv
That's awesome.
with a horror show.
With
which
a
was
horror show.
Pretty
So people
exciting.
come on and they do horror theme, whatever the theme is for that show.
Yeah.
They come on and they have to do a set based on the killer or the movie, or like how does it work?
Yeah, so for this one, it's Child's Play. So
Right.
like creepy kids, any creepy kid
Any creepy
goes,
kid.
or any movie where a kid is the lead, like Poltergeist, Carol Ann, right, or
Carol Ann,
Insidious,
Heather
or
O'Rourke.
Exactly,
Yeah.
or The Sixth Sense, or obviously, and then Children of the Corn,
Yeah.
Pet Cemetery with that evil kid Gage. Have you ever seen Pet Cemetery?
A long time ago.
So
yeah.
scary. Yeah. Or like, It would count, and a bunch of kids
yeah.
fighting a clown.
That's awesome. So you've tackled like all the major like franchise horror movies.
Yeah, now I'm doing deep dives. I went from like slashers, that's good. Now I've done vampires, ghosts, witches. I've done everything.
Are you doing like cults, like C-level like horror movies now,
want
like
to.
Sorority House Massacre?
Oh
or
yeah,
something
Slumber
like that?
Party Massacre,
Slumber Party
Sleepaway
Massacre.
Camp.
Yeah, all those, all the camp movies.
Do you
yeah.
show like little clips of a?
We do.
Okay, good. Because I would be like, I'm lost. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't see. And then
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, so when you book comedians on this, are you assigning them homework?
Basically, yeah. So
They
I
have to
always
watch
try
the movies.
Yeah, I give them a month in advance. Hey,
Oh,
this
that's
is
good.
the theme. Write a couple jokes about kid themed stuff, and then whatever else goes. Like as long as it's horror, I don't care. Just
Right.
don't bring like, well, dating's a real horror, right? Don't do that,
See,
please.
now have you had someone that didn't prepare for your show? Yeah, and they just show up and they
I'm
do
like,
it.
oh, you're working
Because
hard.
they've done
to make
that. They've done that for the Basshole show as well. People come on and Rob always calls them out. We call them out.
Good,
They don't
as
have
you
the
should.
asshole story.
Yeah, when they don't have an asshole story, it's like, I'm a nice guy. What do you
Yeah.
want from me? It's like, you know
And
the
they're like,
name of
yeah.
the show, you
I
asshole.
forgot. I'm not gonna name names.
This is-
Someone was like, I didn't prepare one. I was like,
Oh yeah,
what?
and he was wearing shorts
But
on
you
stage.
take-
I remember that kiddo.
But you take the booking. They take
Oh,
the
who?
booking.
That guy? What was his
like,
name?
he was
Don't
in
worry about it.
shorts, and he was like, I didn't prepare anything.
He didn't prepare any. He like looked like he was just doing cocaine that day. He was doing coke in West
showed up.
Hollywood,
He showed up
drinking, and
randomly,
he
yeah.
showed up like wearing like he just came off a yacht or like a boat or whatever.
know,
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Shorts on stage, the disrespect.
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 Yeah.
I would rather he turn up in a fedora than shorts. That's less
He
embarrassing.
might as well been
I
wearing
know.
that.
Well, he wasn't dress prepared, and he didn't have a story
And
prepared.
I think he had sunglasses indoors.
But what's the worst? Like someone shows up on the horror show and they don't follow the theme at all, and they're just like off the rails, or what?
No, they're just like, so, you know what's real scary? That.
You know what's scary? Tinder.
CJ.
Yeah, like when I see them doing their regular material,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they'll be like, so I was on a date with this guy who I one time watched a scary movie with, and then they do their dating material.
Right.
That
They're
doesn't
like-
count.
That's like writing a report on something. Like you write a report on this, and then you just like
Yeah.
include like the minimal amount of information.
Right. Had one little, and when my friends do it, I'm like, oh, do I yell
Yeah.
at them?
You
or do I
should.
You should yell at
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
they
you
know
got-
better. They know better.
Yeah, but they're gonna. You know what the problem is? That comedians are very sensitive, so they're just gonna be like insulted. Like I don't know, like Kareem. I'll just say it because I've already talked to him.
Right.
But like he did our show, and like he's a nice guy. But like he didn't really have an asshole story. And then Doug booked him for a show, a live show, and like I kept on saying
And
like
we said like make sure you have a story this time.
He's like,
Yeah.
do you have an asshole story? You know, and then like he had nothing. And it was like, and then he went up there, did his material, but at
Right.
the end of it, I was like, but he got kind of like perturbed
or
at
some
me because it
people-
was like, because I was calling him out on it, but it
Yeah.
was like, but later on he apologized.
Some people
but it
will
was
be like,
still,
well, the thing about assholes is,
yeah,
There's no excuses now. 'cause
what's the
people are
deal with assholes?
We could just do chat. Was it chat GPT? Right. So like,
you got
like
Oh, yeah,
5
yeah.
seconds before the show.
Yeah,
you got your Vinny Fastline who did the show.
Vinny
I'll,
did-
I'll call out
he
names,
only-
I don't
he only
care.
did the podcast.
I'll
He
tell him
hasn't
that,
done-
but he did the podcast. But it's still like he came on the show and he's like,
Yeah.
I don't have a story. I'm a nice guy. You know, like I'm like,
Everyone's an asshole.
Well, now they have asshole stories about how they did a show called Basshole and didn't have a Basshole story.
Exactly.
But that's what I told
Exactly.
Doug now. It's like whenever someone does that, that's the asshole.
I need
Like,
to
this
like
is your asshole
I need to
story
start
right now.
pre-screening people. I
So
think.
you're
for their-
you
for their
it's your show. You host it.
I do.
You host it. So like
Yeah.
when somebody does that, where they're like, I went on a date to a scary movie, and then they do all their dating material. Do you like come up afterwards or anything and say,
Oh
anything
yeah.
about
You know-
it?
It might be like, ooh, good one.
You know what you should do if someone you know what you should do if someone starts
We're
doing
gonna have
that.
to work on that.
You should you should the next time someone does that, like that, like cops out and doesn't have the horror stuff going, you should just go on stage and kill them.
Yeah.
It's a horror show.
Just like walk up
On
behind them.
brand.
No, when they
Oh,
start in on their
yeah.
material,
Pretend to kill them.
just walk up behind them
Yes,
with the
slash
knife. You know,
them.
like the knife.
Get one of those knives that like you know like
That's
a good
disappears or
I
whatever.
love this.
And then
I
they-
love
and then they have to-
this.
then
'Cause
they're
they won't
done.
even
The-
see it
the
coming.
lights go off.
but the audience will see it.
Oh my god, I love this.
Psycho
Yeah,
theme song.
and
Oh, I
then
love this.
I do
Yeah.
too. I love
Or a
it.
or a noose comes down and like they have to hang themselves.
Oh
I don't know,
my God.
like all these different like killing
That's
elements.
fun.
And
I
you know,
don't-
You know,
I love
like
it,
you
yeah.
guys do the fart sound.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or the here's Johnny. Just here's
Yeah.
Johnny.
Or Jason comes out from behind the curtain or something.
Right.
and
that
shoves
music
them,
comes on. Yeah.
shoves them off stage or something.
Do you know who I met, by the way? And he was like, "Can I come and heckle the actor, the comics?" I was like, "Yeah, Kane Hodder, who plays
Oh, yeah,
Jason."
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I met him through a friend, and we all went out to lunch one day, and it was like the greatest day of my life, obviously. And I told him about the show. He's like, "Can I come and fuck with people?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That'd be awesome.
He's like, "Just tell security not to kick me
Right,
out, okay?"
right, right.
I'm like, "It's fine."
Oh yeah, you gotta add an element like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, he keeps being out of town, but one day.
Right.
It'd be fun to just have like somebody in the audience too with just the mask on. At some
Can you
point,
get-
you know? Like just
Can you get like the guy? There's a guy who plays Chucky at like Hollywood Boulevard or something. Can you get the?
Oh my God.
Oh my
little
God! For
Chucky?
this next show,
Yeah.
yes.
He just
You
comes out of
should.
the audience.
I doubt Brad Williams will do it because he's got a lot more things going on. But
No, literally,
you could find somebody that will do it.
literally go down to
That
Chinese
would be
theater.
the
That's where
greatest
that's where
thing
the guy
ever.
is.
And that's the warning before the show starts. It's like you give him a heads up. Like if you don't do it, Chucky's gonna get
Right.
you. And they'll be like, "What?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not. No."
Get a high sign for the sound guy and get that music going when they fuck up and
Right.
they start into their real material.
Oh,
Just
you know what would even be better if you have like a midget that wants to stand still forever.
Oh my
Rob
God.
just likes to say midget.
Okay, is
It's
that
like-
bad?
it's
A
like
little
very-
person,
Little
okay.
that
person.
wants to stand still forever. You know, like one of those guys on like on Hollywood, and they stand still, and then as soon as they fuck up on the story, they like attack.
Like they come to life
Yeah,
and
they come to
turn
life.
into a murder
There's
robot.
a million ideas.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I said the M word. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
The
Like,
N word?
M.
Oh,
I was like, I
boy.
missed that.
Yeah, just throw in the N word just casually.
I don't know what you're gonna throw out these days. You're just all over.
I was saying vinegar and
All right. CJ's beeps are like way off of everything everyone said, by the way. Great
He's
sense.
trying.
All right. So this next show, the Child's Play edition, is what date is it at the
April
Improv?
21st.
April 21st. All
So
right.
fun.
Are you a
everyone-
big
Yeah.
fan of Elvira?
Oh, I love Elvira. I grew up on Mistress of the Dark.
Yes, I
Cassandra-
watched. I used to
Cassandra
watch it too.
Peterson, is that her name?
Cassandra
I
Peterson,
don't even.
yeah.
I never knew what her name was. I just
Really?
remember as a boy, she made me a man to some extent.
I bet she did.
Yeah, I know. But also, like the movies that they did, they were pretty scary. For me, they were scary as a
They
kid.
were?
Yeah, man. Like
I don't think I've ever seen one of the movies.
the
That she was in.
Blob used to scare me. I mean,
Oh, I love that movie.
yeah,
I watched
like,
that with my dad.
Yeah.
What is your What is your
yeah.
favorite horror film?
All-time Halloween.
Halloween,
Original
the original.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a nerd for Michael. He's my dude.
Did you like the new ones that just came out?
I actually did. I
Yeah.
know most people were, it was terrible. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought that it was really interesting that they explored the psychological like aftermath of everything that had
yeah,
happened.
they were fun. They were fun. I mean, there's
Yeah.
going to be another one though, right?
Oh, they're not giving up on
They're
that
not
cash
giving it up.
cow.
But
yeah.
Jamie Lee's done now, right? She won the Oscar. She's done with Halloween, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
She might come back for more. I, mean,
She's
I just
been
don't
done
like
before.
it when they're just like, "This is the end. This is the last
always the
one,"
end.
and it's like it's never. And it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he keeps staying alive, like in some.
It's all well because it's a franchise. It's coming back. I mean, the new
Yeah.
Scream is out
But they
now.
never
It's
showed
Scream
him
New York
working
City. Did you
out.
see that yet?
I did.
Is it good?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin
Yeah. Okay.
anything
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
him, but I did
wanna
like
check
it.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they
they
did that once with Jason, right? Jason Takes Manhattan, but it was,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
wasn't even in New York. It was like there was like one shot of him in New York, and then the rest was on a boat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was the one in New York, and he like beats up some guys. And he puts his like fist right through the guy's stomach. He punches
Yeah, but
some
they
guy.
they didn't really take advantage of the city setting or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he should have had some pizza. One scene, he like.
No, most of it takes place on a
Him and
boat.
Pizza Rat just hanging. I'm like, oh, this
Rob is a
deep
film
dish.
critic, but he doesn't watch any of the movies. So that's his thing.
I watch all the movies. All the movies that mattered.
Rob majored in film.
Yes, I did. So hey,
Majored in not
so my
watching them?
opinion matters. Your opinion does not.
Yeah, exactly.
I studied it.
All right, so Halloween favorite horror film. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what my favorite horror film would be.
It's hard to pick.
It is hard to
right?
pick. There's so many of them. Yeah.
What's a movie that like scared you so much? Like growing up for me was
oh,
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist,
yeah.
definitely.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
And then Exorcist. But Poltergeist also was that thing of like mixing like the sweet little moments. Like when that movie starts, it's like such a happy movie and
Kids
like
music.
you're like, yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
love it. You're like, oh, I wish I lived there. You know, like.
Right.
And
I
then
wish
there's
I
a-
had that pool.
I remember. Yeah.
Those
I remember
skeletons
I
are real.
remember renting a lot
By
like
the way.
as a like young teen. I remember renting a lot of like the B horror movies because I was like, oh, there's guaranteed to see tits. in
Tits
this.
and yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And, like I would just
I
watch.
could never-
I would just watch like Slumber Party or whatever the fuck.
I could
they
never
were.
masturbate and watch a horror movie though.
Really?
Like,
Oh,
dude, like
I
that,
would
like,
just forward to. I'm like, oh, she's gonna die soon, but there's her boobs.
really?
Such
I
a
never,
good
I never
sign.
liked that as a kid. I was always like, why am I getting turned on? I know someone's about to die. I don't like this.
The one that terrified me the most was E.T. That was
E.T.?
E.T.
Is that a horror
I-
movie?
To me,
could
it
be
really
for a
was.
kid.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
My parents got me like a light that was E.T.
Oh,
that
wow.
was like a night light that glowed.
I
and
love E.T..
I was a early asshole. I broke that shit on purpose because I didn't
broke
want
it?
it in my room.
Wow.
It's terrifying. It's
Wow.
I made my dad burn a glove. He had a white glove hanging around, and it reminded me of Pennywise the Clown, so I made him burn it.
It didn't remind him of Michael Jackson.
burn that. Get it out of my house, Dad.
It. Yeah, everyone loved it. The original one.
I thought it would remind him of Michael Jackson with the white glove. Just one white glove.
I mean, well,
The Exorcist. They're saying that's like one of the top horror movies.
Yeah, that is.
That was scary. That was
Yeah.
That's
scary.
beyond. That's what I'm talking about. It's like
that
those
was-
those movies were watching a child act the way. I think what's her name? Was it
who, Reagan?
the one that was
Yeah,
Reagan
yeah,
McNeil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that acting was just like saying the curse word she was saying, her head spinning around,
The Shining.
the vomit.
The Shining? Shining?
That's my close second.
Ooh, I love The Shining.
Yeah.
Now, what do we think of the Blair Witch Project when that came out?
That scared the shit out of me when I was living in Flagstaff in the woods when that came out.
Fair.
And it was terrifying. And then the night that we went to see it, somebody knocked on our door and left a bushel of sticks in the front, like on our.
man.
I was like, I would have done
That was like that movie was genius.
Oh
with
my God!
the
I
way
would have done that.
the way they marketed that movie was like the genius behind it.
Yeah.
That movie was garbage.
Yeah. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like pretty creepy, I think.
Oh, that film's a masterpiece.
I've never seen it all the way
It's based
through.
on a true story, right?
I've seen so many parts of it where I'm just like so grossed out, and the fact that like
Yeah.
they're just dead bodies and it's just, I mean, but it's just so disgusting. And the fact is that like somehow was it based on some sort of
Yes,
true?
Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Ed Gein, but
I'm
Ed
sorry, I
Gein-
know all
yeah.
this too.
Now,
Yeah,
did you-
Ed Gein was the one that banged his mom's skull.
Did
right?
you get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the Saw franchise at all? Did you like those?
I'm not a torture porn
Yeah.
kind of a gal,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it wasn't my favorite.
Jigsaw, that was the villain in that, right?
Yeah. I
What
mean,
about Hellraiser? Pinhead?
Yeah.
Was that was
dark,
intense,
masochistic, sexy horror? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You thought that was sexy?
It's all about bondage and sex.
I never watched it.
Yeah.
I could.
Now the Child's Play movies. Speaking of the show coming up, the first one tried to be scary. I don't think those are really scary. Do you?
No.
Like, they're
were-
they're
to me, they
campy,
were.
right?
They're
They're kind of campy.
hilarious.
I'm trying to get this joke to work about how I'm for doing a Child's Play edition.
Yeah.
I'm not actually a Chucky fan, which is
Right.
I realize that, but he's not scary to me. So I'm trying to write this joke about how he's a 3'1" redhead. The only thing scary about him is his genetics. And people get so offended by that. And I'm like,
Canceled.
what?
It got canceled by
What?
redheads.
You're canceled by the ginger community.
I mean, yeah.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
To the under 1% of the population.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Bunch of redheaded stepchild's really upset right now.
this is
I see what you did there.
the redheads are scaring me now, Chucky. Yeah, but the first one tried to be scary, but then they just went campy after that. I think.
I like the
think
Jennifer Tilly doll.
Growing up
Oh,
as a
yeah.
kid watching those, I was scared. I was
You were
very,
scared?
like, yeah, I was scared because it's just like the
'Cause you had a
doll.
doll? Did
just
you have
the
a doll
thought
that
of the
looked
doll
like
being alive goes back to Poltergeist.
Right.
All
Yeah.
those dolls coming to life. Like
Here's the problem with
That-
these
like,
kind of movies. I think they're scary for like kids. You know what I
No,
mean? Like if you were a kid watching that, sure.
At the time, I mean,
Yeah.
the special effects are pretty good for the 80s.
Right.
But what about like even like Twilight Zone? Like that was like the first one.
Why don't
Okay.
the kids laughing scare me?
We're trying to scare everyone on this
No,
show.
but the Twilight Zone with the doll that you pull the string and like I'm gonna kill whatever. I don't know what it said. I
think I
forgot.
remember.
Oh,
but
yeah.
growing up as a kid, Twilight Zone marathons. When I would watch them, that episode always freaked me out, and it was just because it was a doll. I think that's what Chucky did. It was the same thing.
The doll, yeah.
It was
Same
like,
idea.
I don't
Any kind of
like
doll.
you. Like that little
Well,
doll,
there's that
right?
new-
Yeah.
There's that new movie, Megan. That's
Megan.
horror, right? Is it a doll? Is that a
That
doll?
looks like a little bit of comedy.
It's kind of
in there.
campy
Is it-
horror.
I didn't see it, but yeah.
The neon horror.
It's a new Chucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new Chucky. Yeah. Well, all right. We'll make sure we go to Samantha's show on April 21st, and we'll find out if Chucky will scare us or not. All right, let's move on. Let's get into some other information about Samantha. Now, you have a famous relative, right? That I just kind of became aware of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I just kind of assumed that all my friends
I didn't know that. I literally
I've known you forever.
I literally found it out
Really?
like the other day. Yeah, your grandfather, right?
Yes.
Is Alan Hale Jr.
Right.
who played the skipper on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, it's my dad's dad.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
know the skipper, Rob? Rob just choked. He's like, what?
Rob has been a closeted
I
fan.
rendered him speechless with my genetics. And he just hit me with his
There's a
hat.
picture.
Oh,
There's a
there he
picture.
is.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Okay, do you want to hear a
Oh
thing
my
that?
God! And then he was in a rock video.
Was he?
That brought back his career to some extent, right?
A rock video?
Wasn't he like a school bus driver?
What?
And like some video with Twisted. Was it Twisted Sister? Or
I don't know.
Oh my
Because he
God.
was
Yeah,
in
I
the
knew.
video.
I knew Rob was in love with this man. Like he's like, I know
Rob,
everything about
Rob
him.
almost had an attack when we revealed.
I didn't know that. I
thought you knew.
That's amazing to me. Like,
I found out yesterday. I was
Oh,
like, oh,
shit.
interesting. Yeah, all right.
I wasn't alive when Gilligan's Island came out, but still, like I did watch that show.
But you-
'cause it was
Yeah,
on
but we
repeat
still
all
grew
the
up
time.
with it because it was just on like every
Yeah,
day
it was always,
when
it
I
was
got
always
to
on
school.
repeats.
Was
and
he
stuff.
angry? 'Cause of
Rob, talking to the microphone first of all.
Was he
We can't
angry
hear
'cause of
anything you're saying.
My grandfather?
Yeah.
Was he angry?
Because of the fact that he didn't make the money, the residuals that he should have made.
No.
Because a lot of the Bob Denver seemed angry. A lot of the other actors.
Did they get
on the show-
screwed on their
you know who
contracts?
the only one who was really angry and and she's the only one who left, and really Tina Louise. She
that,
Ginger.
Gidget?
Gidget.
no,
What,
no.
Wrong?
Gidget.
That's
Not
not
Gidget.
even an island
Did you
show.
know that TV show? What are you talking about? Rob, you really were a fan.
Not all sitcoms are the same. Gosh, bro. No, Ginger, the movie star.
Ginger, the movie
yeah,
star. Of course, the movie star. Was,
She
was
felt
difficult.
like she got typecast and it ruined her career. And it's like, girl, it made you an icon. What
For
is
sure,
your-
yeah.
Like when they did the movie, like Return from Gilligan's Island, where they actually
right.
got off the island, she wouldn't even do it. They had to recast
They
her.
did get off the island. I forget what happened. Yeah,
well,
they got off.
Gilligan broke the compass at the end. Spoiler
Right,
alert, they wound
okay.
up back on the island. Sorry, I know.
Classic.
Sorry.
Classic.
Now, are you surprised that has that show been rebooted or attempted? No, it hasn't, right?
It
It was
hasn't.
always rebooted back in the 80s. Like, it was always coming back. Like, that song is one of the greatest themes.
No,
of
but
all
I mean,
time.
Like a new
as of
cast.
now, like that's something that you would think that they'd be like, well, we're rebooting
They've
Gilligan's Island.
tried many times. There's been many projects in the works, but it comes down to there's a lot of rights issues.
Right.
That's all it is.
Because it also seemed like it would fit in that wheelhouse of like when the Brady Bunch had those like
Yeah.
movies that were kind of like making fun,
Yeah.
tongue in cheek of the whole thing or whatever. Like
Yeah.
they could do something like that.
Yeah,
maybe.
they attempted a reality show version
Oh,
of
okay.
it, and it didn't last long.
Survivor.
They've done the musical on like off Broadway, and they were working on some things I think with Disney, but it was just all they were arguing over rights. That was what it came down to.
That's a shame that
Assholes.
it always comes down to that. Right?
Yeah.
Now, is it also true that your grandfather had a seafood restaurant?
Yeah.
Where he dressed up as the character, the
Did
skipper?
the
Yeah.
Lobster Barrel,
Where was that?
La Cienega.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow, the Lobster Barrel.
Yeah, and I do every time I do. I mean, I don't do the material every show that I
Right.
do, but sometimes I bring it back, or if I'm trying to add to it, I'll do it. And I always get at least a few people coming up to me. I met your grandfather at the restaurant. He was so nice. I've been looking for dirt on this guy for years, and everyone is like, he was an angel. He was just such a lovely man. I'm like, give me something to
Really?
write about.
All right.
No, he used to go to children's hospitals dressed as the skipper.
TJ,
and
was
he
that
would
my camera?
visit
Children's hospital.
Yes, he was like a
Damn.
saint.
No,
Yes.
yeah, it definitely sounds like there's some closeted, some demons in there. He's been
think
like
so.
karma. He's like, I
know.
have to be here. I have to do
Why
so
you
much. I have to
being
go to
so
children's
good?
hospitals. Like, what did you do, Grandpa?
I don't know what he did, but he's making up for it in this life.
Samantha, I never knew that, and I used to
Yeah.
watch that show all the time, and that's amazing. I don't
pretty
know.
cool.
Like, it's kind of
Yeah.
There's a part of me right now. It's like, wow, I didn't like. I'm so shocked. I didn't. Samantha Hale. Wow.
It's
Right.
so weird because it's so normal to me. I just grew up with this information.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
so weird to me when
exactly.
people get
Now,
excited.
were you?
No,
Did,
I thought
did
I
you
would've-
watch the show as a kid?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you were like, oh, there's
Oh
grandpa.
yeah. It was on at like 4 p.m. Channel 11 after school. I would watch it every
Did you grow up in
afternoon.
Los Angeles?
I did.
You did. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. What area?
I'm in the house I grew up in
Oh
actually.
wow.
Where's that?
Woodland Hills, West Valley.
Oh yeah, Woodland. Where'd you
Yeah.
go to school?
I was supposed to go to Taft because I'm right by Taft, but I wound up going to El Camino because it was just a really good theater.
It was a better school.
It's a better school. Yeah, it was a better school.
There you go.
But they filmed the Brady Bunch movies at Taft.
Oh,
That
really?
was-
That's
Oh,
where Ice
okay.
Cube went to school too.
Really?
I used to live next to the Brady Bunch house studios. Too.
Oh, and it's
that-
yeah,
in
and
that
it still looks
neighborhood
the
over there.
same.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing: I didn't realize that my mom lived in Simi Valley for 10 years. I lived 4 minutes away from the Poltergeist house.
Really?
I had no idea it was there the whole time. Yeah, I
good
walked
thing you
past
didn't
the
know.
street.
I
every
love
day.
going. I love going to check out like the old locations.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big Back to the Future fan, so
Oh,
like
yeah.
I did like when I first moved here, I did like a whole like let me go to the McFly house and
Yeah.
this and that, and it's fun.
It's
Brings out the
cool.
nerd in you.
It's really cool.
Rob, did you ever do that? Did you go around to movie locations?
I lived it, so I never
lived it?
I went everywhere.
It's
I was
big.
everywhere. I saw the Karate Kid apartments,
Karate
and
Kid, yeah,
Reseda.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
like up the street from my house.
Exactly, and that's
Yeah.
again, we grew up in the same. I grew up in North Hollywood in that
Yeah.
area, like Valley Village.
Do you remember in Cobra
What
Kai
street?
when?
What street? Like exact address on Hatteras.
What was the number?
12323.
All right.
One time I tried to give a fake address at 12345, and that did not work out well. Like, your address is 12345. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, and my number is 555.
Yeah, exactly.
555.
Those numbers are coming back.
There we go. 555.
All right, let's do a little bit of news here. All right, let's talk about the guy who won the Powerball, the $2 billion Powerball. His name is Edwin Castro. He's from California. Everyone knows this now, but I guess he's been buying properties, and everyone keeps reporting on it, and now we're reporting on it also. But people are like, why is this news? Like, why? Like, leave the guy alone. Obviously, like he needs to his name needs to come out in public because he won the lottery. That's the California law, I guess. But
Is the California law to reveal the name? I don't think so.
No, it is. Yeah, if you
No,
win,
because you can wear a mask. I've seen people win the prize.
your
and you can
name
wear a
has to
mask.
be public knowledge.
Okay.
If you win the lottery in the state of California, your name has to be public knowledge. You don't have to do interviews and stuff like that. But now forever, people will know. People will know. All right, see. People will know. People will know.
That feels dangerous. That feels like
It
to
is
just be like,
dangerous.
Kinda
just
effed
so you
up.
know.
It depends on the state that you're in. Some states they do not reveal who won, and
But
in
California
it's
is
like
an
it's
asshole,
like public
so,
knowledge
all
for
right.
California. So he has purchased. He bought a what did he buy? He bought a house in the hills here in L.A. And
Here's. Could I?
Why? Who
As you're
cares?
looking at this up, I'm just curious. Like, I don't know what the problem is. Like, he's investing basically his money.
he's investing. He's
buying property right now in Los
right.
Angeles.
No,
is
but
huge,
but I
'cause
was
that's
like, so
gonna-
he bought a $25.5 million Hollywood Hills estate.
God.
Okay.
Um,
I think that's the ridiculous house that everyone's talking about. I know which house you're. Like, I've been
So he bought
hearing about
that, and then he bought another house, a $4 million mansion, that's somewhere like near the San Gabriel, Altadena or something.
4
like that.
million?
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
shithole. That's it?
Altadena, $4 million.
Was that Alan Hale's house?
He had a house right up the street from here too. He was actually like a block up from the
Oh,
Nightmare on Elm
really?
Street
Really?
house. Yeah.
So the winner is he's 30 years old. Apparently.
wow.
Wow.
This is an old photo probably,
that's
but like
him.
this
He's
is
a cowboy. He's
Oh,
a Boy
is he?
Scout.
He's a Boy
he's actually in Boy Scouts.
Why are we picking on him?
Yeah.
We're not. I mean, it's just interesting. So, do you think like a 30-year? So this is a young kid that won, young guy that won the
Did he get his
Powerball.
millionaire badge?
I don't know.
I won the lotto
But
badge.
no. I was
What does
like,
that look like?
they release these stories
Coming
like,
on
oh, he
models.
bought another.
That's the only one that's ever got.
They
this
release
badge.
these stories like, the news is like, well, he bought another property, and then like you just read the thing, and then there's like comments from everyone like, this guy better get a financial advisor. 2 properties in California, like everyone just starts going off. Do you think these are wise choices? I mean, sure, probably for real estate. Or is he too young? 30 years old.
I don't. Personally, I just don't give a shit. Like like he can do whatever he wants with his money. But I think it's a great investment to just buy like land. I mean, that's the smartest thing to do. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Yellowstone. And I think land is very important.
I mean, he's got a lot of money.
A land.
The lump sum payment.
TV has shown me that land is a good
I don't know. I was trying to
investment.
make it funny. All right? I'm
Kevin
watching
Costner
Yellowstone.
said.
If Rob buys land, I want to see him like put a flag in it and like claim it.
Yeah.
Write
There you
his
go.
horse on it.
and then piss on it.
He's gonna start
Claim
panning
it
for
as my
silver.
property. Yeah, why not?
Get off my lawn.
I'll piss right here in this corner.
No, please don't. My Waffles does that enough as it is. So I guess
I
his,
didn't know
his lump
Waffle
sum
owns
payment
this.
was $997 million or
Oh,
something.
good for
So
him.
he's got enough to buy
Yeah.
properties. Sure.
That's
All right.
smart. That's only gonna go up in
Yeah,
value.
it's smart, right?
It's
Like,
smart.
it's the
Yeah,
smartest
I would
thing.
do that.
I don't understand. People are just pissed.
Yeah, they're
I
just
don't know,
mad.
like,
They're mad.
Mad they don't have it.
They're mad
Yeah.
that they're not Edwin. That's what they're mad at. All
I'm
right.
mad that they don't have that name.
Edwin? Yeah. But the first thing he should do is change his name, I think.
I would pay a lot of money to change my name. I would be like, fuck this. I don't want to be known as Edwin
He should
anymore.
change his name anyway, like I think, because everyone knows who he is now.
Yeah,
so he should
yeah,
like
right.
go incognito and change his name, right? First thing, change my name. How much does that cost?
He's just a dollar sign now. He's
Exactly. Yeah, he should just go by a symbol.
yeah.
He's like Prince, like a symbol. Yeah, he's going by that symbol. Dollar
dollar
sign.
sign.
Dollar sign. What's up?
Or he should just go, yeah, maybe like the pound sign or something, something foreign.
Hashtag, you mean pound sign? This guy.
Yeah.
You still call it a pound?
Why's it got to be a dollar?
No, like
Like a pound.
like the
Rob,
like the money,
like
the
the mon-
currency
like the ma-
Oh,
like
in
the currency in
England.
England.
No, my bad.
Or a euro.
Sometimes I wonder. I'm like, I think
thought you were
Rob's
going
so
with
smart,
pound.
and
Like-
then he's like, like
You know what?
hashtags?
The Powerball winner was also a student of the California public school system.
Oh.
As
Good
you,
for
as
him.
you
See
were,
what
Rob,
happens when you get an
apparently,
education here?
right? Yeah. You just start buying
Yeah,
houses.
he learned that education doesn't mean much. Play the lottery.
Play the
That's
lottery.
exactly what he learned.
Yeah, apparently they didn't teach statistics at his high school.
No.
But you know what? He
Lucky
proved
him.
them wrong.
Yeah,
He also,
lucky him.
yeah.
True, he did.
All right. The next thing, California is trying to ban Skittles. Did you guys hear about
Why
that?
is that? Why
wrong
is
with
that?
Skittles?
That's weird.
The entire
So-
state is trying to ban
I understand
Skittles?
TikTok.
The
but
lawmaker
Skittles?
proposed a bill banning 5 chemicals from foods that is in Skittles. Skittles, and also hot tamales and Nesquik strawberry milk.
What?
No,
They're
strawberry milk.
That
They're
is
known
the
as
poison.
They're
of my
known
choice.
as AB 418. Would I don't know. They're saying that it's not healthy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
no,
obviously. I never thought it was healthy.
Titanium
Skittles.
dioxide is found in candies, including Skittles and M&Ms, and some dairy products such as Kraft fat-free shredded cheddar cheese.
We're too deep into this.
I know.
We
We're
cannot
going to end
turn
up
back.
only being allowed to eat kale in
Yeah, we
California.
cannot turn back.
So it's like,
That's
look,
it.
we all live in
That's it.
California. We all love California, I'm assuming, right? But it's like, why is California banning Skittles? It's like now we're gonna have to go to Arizona to get Skittles, like these flavored,
I'm already
like
going
these
there.
flavored, like the flavored vapes and everything
No
else. That they're-
flavors in
No
California
flavors.
anymore.
Yeah, no more
flavor.
flavor. That's their thing. It's like Skittles are out, flavored vapes are out. We don't want you to taste anything.
No rainbow.
Eat your
Don't
kale.
taste
You can't taste the
You
rainbow.
know,
Fuck
you have to
that.
believe in the rainbow.
It's against LGBTQ. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
maybe that's what it is. Well, if anything, the state should be for it.
No,
then,
taste the
right?
rainbow. No, bitch, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You cannot be.
Um,
No, I don't understand. Like, we're already deep in it, and people have lived as long as they've lived now. Like, if anything, everyone's been dying earlier now. I guess the longevity of people's lives are like a lot. Like, it was shorter by like 2 years this year
Right.
or whatever.
right.
So, like, who cares? It's
I thought we were living longer.
Skittles,
no?
no, we were living longer forever. Every
we
year
started
it was
eating
always
Skittles, is
longer
that what it is?
until the pandemic
Until,
hit.
yeah, and then they were like,
Skittles.
stay in your homes.
They're
Yeah.
saying that all they want the companies to do is switch their recipes in the same way that they've done in Europe, Canada, and the UK. They have banned these chemicals. If they do that, they're not going to taste the same, right? They're probably going to taste like.
Well, that's like why we like Mexican Coke.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
Again.
Mexican cocaine. Sorry, I didn't know. Double entendre. I don't know. You said Mexican Coke. I didn't know you meant like an actual
Mexican Coke. Topo Chico.
Did I go wrong there?
I knew what you meant.
Oh my god. When was the last time you had Skittles? Seriously. Be honest.
Cocaine?
When was the last time you
Yeah, cocaine.
Or
Forever.
so you wouldn't be affected by this.
No,
then, right?
that's bad.
No.
It's bad stuff. Skittles, though, I haven't had in, I don't know.
You don't know.
Years.
It's not
Years.
affecting
I
you.
really don't know.
Now would you be tempted
Halloween.
to go out and buy Skittles now? Maybe.
No, I don't want to buy Skittles.
All right. Skittles is
Just too much
sponsor on the
sugar.
show.
Like, just goes in your mouth.
I know, and then it sticks in your molars.
It's like a rainbow in your mouth. You don't
Pulls
want
out
it.
fillings.
It does.
Yes.
I know.
You can tell we're all old.
I remember as a kid, I would eat the Skittles, and I'd be like, "Oh, look, you could spit the color that you're eating." I'd be like, "You spit,
Well,
you
I
spit
don't like
red."
Skittles. My teeth fall out when I
Skittles.
I like the sour ones.
Oh wow.
Even more chemicals.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know about strawberry quick though. That was like one of my that was my kryptonite growing up.
When
And
was the last time you had that?
years.
All right,
'cause
so none of this is affecting us.
I know, but
You're like, God damn it, I have it every morning.
That was the one thing I
Strawberry
was
quick.
like, fucking ban that shit. It's disgusting.
I don't think
strawberry quick.
so disgusting.
I think that's gross too.
Oh,
so
strawberry
gross.
quick.
God, so good.
Strawberry milk.
Yeah, that was gross. That was gross. Also, like the Count Chocula, the blueberry.
Oh, I have
cereal.
Cocoa
Blueberry.
Pebbles.
Blueberry. Remember that cereal? Count Chocula. There was Count Chocula.
Count Chocula. Yeah.
There was the
Frankenberry.
Frankenberry.
I know my cereals.
That's gross too.
Yeah.
And then there was Boo
That
Berry
was
or
disgusting.
something.
Yeah, Count Chocolate was good. Cocoa Pebbles, delicious. Cocoa Puffs, good.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it goes on and on. Anything cocoa was really good.
But all the fruity, like fruity pebbles. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was good.
No, it just made your milk taste like strawberry.
Rob is something. Somehow Rob got into a strawberry milk.
Oh man, I got into all of that, man. That was like, oh god, that was like kryptonite.
Did you drink chocolate milk though, or just strawberry?
Yes, chocolate milk. Why wouldn't you drink chocolate
Which
milk?
one,
Chocolate's
which one did you
un-American,
prefer,
you know.
strawberry or the chocolate?
It really depends. Like, I mean, if it was like a wild night, I would go strawberry.
Next time,
But if it was
Wild
just like a
night?
chill night, I would go
God.
chocolate.
strawberry. It sounds
are
like you're
you-
gonna throw up.
I feel like
strawberry.
Rob's still drinking strawberry milk.
No, I would be, and I just.
You know what?
it's
You know what we're gonna
unhealthy.
do
I just
the next show we do. All you're allowed to do is drink strawberry quick.
Oh, that's disgusting.
No, that's all you can do.
No, then my stomach would be ruined. That's
I
why I
don't care.
stopped drinking it.
We'll make you do it, and then you throw
I
up
used to
strawberry.
love strawberry quick. I would be at home playing video games, eating cookies.
Cookies and quick.
What's in the cup right now, Rob? Why are you the only one with a Dixie cup? What's in it?
Right now, this is some apple juice.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh my god.
Daddy's apple juice.
Daddy's apple juice. Rob's apple juice.
Oh man.
All right, let's see.
But strawberry milkshakes are amazing. So why is
Yes!
strawberry
Oh.
milk disgusting?
You know what? Because
it's
it's
not
like a,
disgusting. You're
it's
wrong.
a weird taste. It's a weird taste.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an ice cream thing.
cream.
It's the
versus-
powder, I think.
It's
it
the
is.
powder. Yeah. It's like fake powdery
Hey, it's fine.
strawberry.
I don't have it anymore because my stomach is ruined when
It's
I
like
have dairy.
chalky.
Maybe it's
taste.
because you
Yeah,
had
it's
so much
chalk.
strawberry milk.
It's
What do you guys?
Pepto-Bismol
Do you like
in a cup.
Pepto Bismol? I like.
Oh
the
my
taste.
God, in a
I would
shake?
rather.
Ew.
I would rather drink Pepto Bismol than
No.
Strawberry Quick. to be
Ew.
honest with you.
Gross.
Yeah, I would rather do that.
Doug
Gross.
is
When was the last time you
officially
had Pepto?
older than all of us.
I would walk around with a bottle of Pepto. And
What are you eating? Tums like Tic Tacs?
if I wasn't feeling good, I would carry the bottle around and drink it. Like
That's like every guy in the
It
80s. In
soothes
the
you.
80s movie, every 80s movie, some guy would have like heart problems or whatever, just be drinking like some like fucking
Yeah, yeah.
Pepto Bismol.
Tums,
Yeah.
Isn't there no like Malax or something?
something like that.
Mylanta.
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 That's
Yeah.
what it
Oh,
is.
Mylanta.
Oh my.
There was a there was a tourist in Thailand that bungee jumped and his cord snapped. Did you guys hear about this?
Nope.
I thought you said a Taurus, and I was like, "Are we
Taurus.
in astrology happening
Taurus.
now? Are we
A
reporting
Capricorn.
on?"
A tourist. Maybe he was a tourist. I don't know.
Could've
Maybe it
been.
doesn't say his birthday, but he obviously.
Tourist.
Did he die? Is he dead?
He's a tourist.
He is alive.
Okay.
Here's the clip.
Oh no!
No, wait.
Oh my god!
Oh, this is the moment the tourist bungee cord snapped.
No!
He's
Hong Kong
alive.
traveler suffered multiple injuries, I'm guessing.
Oh, wait,
What?
hold on.
No!
Oh, in the water. He's
Oh,
fine.
Saved by the water. Look at that.
He's fine.
He's fine. Why
Look
is
at
it
that.
news? It was in the water.
Yes.
I jumped off bigger things than that without a bungee cord. What the hell is this? Why are we watching
Yeah,
that?
into
That's
water.
Well, because you all thought he died.
I thought he probably
We're all upset that he didn't die.
I
You guys.
know.
Speaking of death,
kind
make sure
of-
you guys go to Horror Nerd
It-
at the Hollywood Improv on April 21st.
It feels like a pussy move to be doing a bungee jump off of like a 5-foot bridge into a little lake.
Yeah.
It looked like a
Like,
puddle.
what-
that
And
he
he
did.
made the news. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
He probably like almost snapped it off himself.
Yeah.
No internet? Oh,
We have no internet.
all right. I don't know. It's
Thanks,
fine.
CJ.
Thank you. Well, he survived. He survived.
Yeah, like what a pussy story. Like what?
I
the
know.
hell?
We were all like,
I thought he probably
"Ooh, did
died.
he
'Cause,
die?
like, that,
Well, that's why I didn't reveal to you if he was
Body
alive.
parts just
isn't
like
that one of the worst ways to die, though? I
Bungee
think
jump.
if you're
Would you go? Has anyone gone
you're on
bungee jumping?
vacation.
Hell no.
No.
You're on vacation though. You're in Thailand. You're
Right.
like, I'm gonna do something exciting, something different, and then you like,
Yeah, you know what you should do?
You sign your life
Order
away?
that fourth drink.
go check out the Lady
you're
Boys.
signing your life
Get a
away.
pina colada and a lady boy. There
Yeah,
you go.
there you go.
And the worst you can do is get a disease and not snap your spinal cord.
No one was gonna snap any spinal cords on that jump. That
No.
was like
Yeah.
I jumped off little bridges like
What's
that.
the craziest thing that we have? Like, is anyone here a thrill seeker? Are you a thrill seeker, Samantha? Like, as
I
far
already
as
know.
Yeah.
like roller coasters, skydiving, have you done
I
anything
can't
like
do
that?
roller coasters anymore because I have motion sickness and
Yeah.
I feel like a little bitch. It's not that I'm scared. It's just I'm like I don't want to feel icky. I would never bungee jump, never jump out of a plane. You could not pay me money, but I paid a lot of money to get in the water with great white sharks, and that was a
Oh,
great
wow.
time.
Was that like in a cage or something?
Yeah, I
like
went
that?
cage diving.
Oh wow! All right, that
Yeah.
seems cool.
Did
not
they
a-
attack
yeah.
like the cage or anything?
They,
like
I mean,
that?
they do. They explore with their mouths, so they
That
would come
seems
right up
safe,
and kind
right?
of bite
Safe
onto
ish?
it.
I've dated men who say that.
It was amazing. It was life changing.
That's very it's somewhat controlled.
Yeah, I'm not gonna free swim.
I would probably freak out,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
be very. It's somewhat controlled. I could probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Scuba-
And
cool.
let me tell you, they
scuba
look
dive,
you dead
yeah.
in the eyes. They
Oh,
will
yeah.
look you right into the soul. It's amazing.
I mean, that seems safe-ish, right? I mean, what's the worst? The
If you're in a
cage,
cage.
the
Can you
cage
flip
breaks.
them off or anything?
Yeah.
Cage breaks
Well,
or
there's one
something?
video that went viral. There was a shark that he got stuck in the cage and he was thrashing violently just to try to get out. He wasn't trying
Mm.
to eat the people. He was just trying to get out. Because the problem is when a shark comes in too fast, they can't back up. They can't go backwards.
Yeah.
So the thing got stuck, and then all these sensational headlines: shark tries to murder tourist.
my
No, it
God,
was just
yeah.
terrified. It was just
Yeah.
trying to get out.
That seems nuts.
I love how the headline.
I always
says
want
that.
to try
know.
stuff like that, and then I'm like, I don't.
What do you do? Do you punch it in the gills or like in the nose?
They
or-
say you're supposed to
punch in the nose, right? The sensitive spot.
Well, they say, and I watch a lot of Shark Week because I'm a total nerd. But all you have to do is
Horror nerd.
redirect horror nerd and shark nerd. You just redirect them, like you point their nose in the other direction, and they'll just keep going.
Right. Sounds
That's what
very
people
easy.
do. I mean, obviously experts are
That's
doing that.
intense. Yeah.
I'm gonna try that at the bars.
Redirect a drunk guy. Hey, what's up, dude?
That way, Bruce.
Come shark diving with me. Yeah.
Every guy after your show.
Slow clap. Yeah.
It's like Jedi mind shit right there.
All right. All right. Well, now that we've all admitted that we're not really thrill seekers, except Samantha.
I've we don't
right, we
I
don't-
jumped
we-
off like I think it was higher than what he was bungee jumping off of, and it was in Lake Mead. And still to this day, I think what a stupid thing I did.
free
'cause-
jump? Or
Yeah,
into
just
the-
free jump. Like
all right.
it was so far down,
Yeah.
and the boat that we were on was like small, and I jumped, and the person that was with me was like a little bit older than me, and was like looking like, I don't know, are there rocks down there? And I just took a chance.
How long ago was it?
I was like probably like 19 years old.
right.
I was like, I didn't care. But
That
I
is
still,
the time.
I still think
That's the
back,
time to do these kind of things. When
I
you're
still
like
think back
19.
to that. Like I could have been paralyzed or whatever, but like I remember my shorts blew up, and like I had a huge
You
hole
had,
in
a,
the
you had a
back.
parachute in your.
Yeah, like I landed in the water squirted up my butt. So like
my
I had an enema.
All right.
What? I'm just telling you the story. That was the same place.
All right.
It's a safe place.
It's a safe place. All right. Now let's move on. This is the. This is
We're all worried about your asshole.
This
but
is yeah. Speaking of the asshole, this is I'm a Basshole. This is the show where our guests come on and they talk about a time that they were an asshole. It can be an isolated incident. It could be a chunk of time in your life. Maybe you're one now, currently, and you're proud of it. Samantha, do you have an asshole moment, a story that you'd like to share with us today?
I do, and I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
So the shark thing, it was so my mom passed away a few years. That's not the asshole story. I didn't do it. Like I didn't.
Sorry to hear.
But I started to like, okay, I'm going to do something nice for myself to try to get my mind off of it. So the first thing that I decided to do, I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan, which I don't know, horror, that makes sense. I watch all of his
The new
movies. I love-
Halloweens, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
made those. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna buy the $400 backstage passes and go and I was so excited about it because it was like my first thing that I'm like, I'm just gonna have a good night. So I
Right.
get down there and the reason why I wanted to spend the extra money was because they would let you in early to go get your spot.
You get a seat.
Yeah, to go because it was GA.
Yeah.
So it was like you
So
had
you
to
have to
get your
get there early. Yeah.
you have to get your spot up front on the barricade. And it's not that I'm such a huge insane fan I have to be right by Rob Zombie. It's more that I'm old. I have bulging discs in my back and a slight curve in my spine. I need to lean on something other than my therapist. You know,
Right,
you
right.
need
You
to
don't want to
lean
be standing
on the
forever.
barricade.
Yeah, exactly. Something comfortable.
Yeah. So I've been there for a couple hours at that point. I have my spot. The show's about to start. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be amazing. I pop my edible. I'm like in a great mood.
Nice.
Maybe 5 minutes before the show starts, I feel this tapping on my hip, like a violent tapping, and I turn around, and it's a guy in a wheelchair, and he says, "Hey, can you move?" And I thought, this guy, he can't see, and I have a real opportunity to be a really good person here. So obviously I said, no. I said, no, absolutely not.
Like,
Are you
no,
kidding me?
I got
I've
my-
been here for hours, bro.
I got my spot, yeah.
Like, no. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but no. And he's like, well, I can't see. And he was just I was like, all right, well,
Yeah.
I can see the ADA section and it's in the back. So
Oh, yeah.
I was like, fuck this guy. So I thought that would be the end of it. And then he's like, you don't have to be such a bitch about it. I'm like,
Whoa.
okay. And mind you, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. I was the only one there like in tennis shoes because I'm so like old and
Yeah,
tired.
you're like, I'm gonna be standing
Do you know
a
how
while,
many
yeah.
goth girls were staring at me the whole time? Like, are you wearing Nikes? Like, yes.
Were you
just
wearing
a-
New Balances?
Yeah, I was wearing like the super
Something
comfort
comfortable,
cushion.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was just like, dude, I'm already kind of in pain. I don't need to be arguing with some guy. So I turn back around. I think that's the end of it. And then he taps me again. He's like, dude, move. And I'm like, no. And then while I'm arguing
Time out.
with him,
Can I ask? I'm sorry with this story.
Yeah.
How old was this guy?
he was probably in his late 40s.
All right, let her tell the story.
No, that's insane to me. Okay, I'm picturing a
Grown-ass
young
man. No,
I'm picturing like a
grown-ass man.
20-year-old. Something. Sorry, that's all. That's all.
20-year-old at Rob Zombie? No.
Yeah.
Or a 30-year-old, whatever. But still, like 40 years
No,
old,
you-
and like you've been through a lot of
older.
life. Like Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
All right, so
Yeah.
this guy is tapping and he's
So
he's
he's
calling you
tapping,
names and stuff.
And he's yelling at me, and then I was just like, dude, no, like it's not happening. And then I turn around, and then another guy in a wheelchair comes up, was like, leave my
my
friend
God.
alone. And I'm like,
so they
why
teamed
is
up
this
on you.
happening? Why don't
you
you
got
roll back
double
to stage
teamed.
left? Like, get out of my face. Like, I was so irritated. And then I go back and I think, all right, I've stood my ground. I'm good. And then that's when I feel it. I feel his big ass steel cold wheel from the wheelchair shoved like in between my
Oh,
legs.
my God.
Like shoved in there. And I turn around and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, get off of me. And
Move
he's
your
like,
wheel out of my
move your
way."
wheel, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, well you just watch your ankles.
Oh my God.
I said, did you just threaten me? He said, I don't think you know how a mosh pit works. And then I stood up and I got like on top of him and looked down at him. I said, I don't think you know how a mosh pit works. Now you can't stand or see.
Oh my
wasn't-
God. So you had to stand next to these people the whole show?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
you stood on top of him?
I kind of like got above his
on-
chair and kind
yeah.
of like, because I was proving a point. At that point, he had already been such a
Dick.
dude.
I mean, he definitely like raped you with his wheelchair.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit.
So
That's like, his wheel shouldn't be touching you in any
Yeah.
way, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's assault.
It
Assault
is.
by wheelchair.
Yeah, so I felt kind of bad. I was like, did I go too far? Maybe I went a little too far. But thank you. But that actually wasn't the end of it.
Keep
There's
going,
more
please.
time.
All right, there's more
So
asshole.
he realized he could not get anywhere with me.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts going to the other side of me and trying to like wedge his way in between. Now there was a guy and his daughter, 18, who had just turned 18. It was like her birthday present. And I knew because I was talking to them before the show. So he goes to the other side of me, tries to shove himself there and starts like putting his hands on this girl. And I hear her say, "Oh my God, Dad, some guy's touching me. This guy is like got his hand on me." Like I lost my ever loving mind at that point, and I turned around. I can say whatever I want now, right?
Yeah,
On the podcast.
yeah.
I turned around. I said, "Listen, if you fucking touch her again, I will break your legs again so hard you will need another fucking wheelchair."
And what was his reaction?
He was terrified and he left.
Yeah, he left. He wheeled away.
He left. He
Yeah.
wheeled away. And I felt kind of bad about it, but then the edible kicked in and I was fine.
Yeah, and the concert went on.
And the concert went on.
So they just moved to another. Both of them moved to another section, or the
Yeah,
ones that-
yeah. So two things happened during the show. I looked over and I happened to see fucking guy standing in the wheelchair.
I knew it.
He was a fake.
He was a fake.
Wow.
Like, granted, I was still a complete asshole to him when I didn't know.
Were they larger? Or did they have?
One guy was kind of bigger. The other
So
guy
do you
wasn't.
think he had the wheelchair just because he was like, I can't walk properly, or it hurts, or it's too far?
What a piece of shit of a human being.
Well, because you have those people
to
that
do
like, the
Oh.
Disneyland people are like, are you really? You gotta
Oh,
I've
I've
seen
been
those.
Really? You
I've
can't
been
walk?
that person.
You've been the person in the wheelchair?
No, I haven't been the person in the wheelchair, but I've been with people that were in the wheelchair.
Oh, I've
right?
seen that. Where like they backflip into
Yeah,
the
but
wheelchair.
I've never been like
Yeah.
so like. It's always like, I hope we don't get caught. Please.
Well, I
don't
did.
get caught.
My mom, my mom had a wheelchair at Disneyland once, but she broke her foot or whatever.
So she needed it.
She broke her. Yeah.
She did.
No,
but
no.
then my sister and I were like, well, now we don't have to wait in the line because
Yeah.
we're with mom in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
So we're
No,
like,
this guy
this
clearly
is the
just
time
didn't
to
want to
go.
wait.
Yeah.
This guy, and also once I kind of looked at the chair, I was like, this is from like 1984. This is not a new. You just pulled this out of your
now,
mom's
do you think
garage.
these
that's some detective work right
handicapable people?
Yeah.
They have wheelchairs.
Like,
so,
wheelchairs from years. Like,
an 80s wheelchair.
Yeah,
it's
maybe
just like if you
wheelchair.
really needed a wheelchair, you'd probably have a more current.
It'd be great if the wheelchair had like past concerts he had been to, like Van Halen, sticker on it, Def
I
Leppard.
stood here.
Yeah, this wheelchair has been to this many shows.
Right. No, it was like
you saw the boss how many times?
Right, exactly. So these handicapable people that have the wheelchair or whatever, do you think that there's a lot of fake people out there, right?
it was crap.
There's no way to really be like, hey, you need that, Can
you
walk?
can't. You can't. I mean, and
There's no nice way of
There's no
saying
nice
it in front of
way.
anybody. Like
It's like I need the handicap section, the AD or
right.
whatever, and then
like I do. So my one of my best friends is my age, but she was born with arthritis, so she actually has the handicap placard and needs it. And she told me that they're not allowed to ask if you say I need the handicap section. They're
Right.
not allowed to ask you why.
there should be like a level, like the wheelchair should have like a colored flag on it, like like green is like arthritis, or like yellow's like I'm large, I can't walk, and then like paralyzed is like red or something. I don't know, like that way people
brown is like lazy.
brown, brown.
Is that bad? Is that...
The larger people we're talking about, lazy pieces of
Oh
shit.
no! It's not larger people. It's it's people pre-existing conditions.
Pre-existing conditions.
Yes,
Okay.
that would be brown.
But if you're paralyzed, like there should be some way to know, like this person is paralyzed. They need this wheelchair.
Yeah.
They can't see. They need to be up front. Whatever, But if you're just like large and lazy and you can't walk properly,
Yeah.
why are you going? Why are you going to the
did he get
concert
shit
first
for
of all?
saying that?
I'm gonna get shit because I do it with a smile.
Yeah, but I feel like if you were really, having to keep your body safe, and you probably wouldn't want to be in the middle of a metal mosh pit.
Right.
If
You wouldn't want to go to a concert.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you'd probably
why-
want to be in a safer area where no one's going to bother
Or like
you.
the ramp section, or like
Yeah.
like it's like the Hollywood Bowl has that like ramp area
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
why are you in GA general admit? It's like,
Yeah,
that's
I
where
don't
everyone
even
is
want to
crazy.
be in GA. This is just the ticket I got,
like you-
bro.
Yeah, but like you really have to like love the
Plus,
show
you
or
put in
dedicate
work.
like 2 hours beforehand to
Yeah.
get there because you're going to be there all night. And
It's a
and
long-
you're going to be standing mostly. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's
you
it.
had tennis shoes on. You
Yeah.
weren't
Sure
wearing
did.
your comfortable. You weren't wearing like
So,
sexy
yeah, I mean-
shoes.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think you were. I mean, it's a good asshole story for sure. Yes, definitely. I mean, those people.
Oh, it's beyond
those-
asshole to
those
stick
people.
up,
Those
like, to
people were
go
assholes.
up against a handicapped person, or not really a handicapped
really,
person,
yeah.
but to go up to somebody like that, like
Yeah.
and speak out against
Oh,
them.
it's
is-
courage because a
it's-
lot of people would not say anything.
exactly.
They would move, or they'd even
Yeah.
move back further and like risk
Yeah.
their spot that they got.
and then watch them stand on their wheelchair, like
Yeah, I knew it. Part of me knew. Part of me also, I mean, and to be very, very truthful, like I was really deep in the grief cycle, and I was like, I need this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm falling apart. I am barely a human right now. I just
Yeah,
let me have
this
this
was
one
something
thing
that you did for yourself.
I've
exactly.
been in this sun for 4 hours waiting. Like,
Right.
come on, man, you just got here. Because I would have
Right.
seen him had he been there even an hour before. I would have seen him
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
But no. He thought he was gonna just go right on up to the front.
Yeah. Now, were there any other handicapped people in the vicinity? Like no. So you couldn't even be like, yeah, you see these guys? Are they for real? You know, I don't know. or they come over and be like, what did she say to you? You know, the gang shows up all of a sudden.
Oh, my buddy CJ, you should have got a needle and like stabbed him in the leg, and then he would have reacted.
And then he would have gotten up.
And then he was like, oh, see.
Spill some hot coffee on him. Oh shit, sorry.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
It could have been a Columbo episode, but oh well.
Well, this is what happens at Rob Zombie concerts.
Well, but the thing is, look, I don't get into fights. I don't like confrontation. But I did get into a fight with a security guard at another Rob Zombie concert. I don't know.
I mean, this makes sense. You know,
about what?
So I was with my friend, and we had second row. Like we had great seats.
Another wheelchair person showed up.
are the bulk of Rob Zombie's fans handicapped? I'm just wondering.
No. It's
They
right
paralyzed after they've watched his films.
because they're so good. They can't.
Wait, the Munster movie. Did you watch that?
I did.
That looks horrible.
I did.
Can I plead the fifth on that?
Part of
one?
me is like, how does he keep getting movies like greenlit? Or
Some of them,
I don't
like
know.
The Devil's Rejects, was brilliant. It was amazing. House of Thousand
Did you
Corpses
like his
was brilliant.
Halloweens?
I the first time I saw them, I had such insanely high expectations. I think I expected too much, but then when I rewatched them, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like the pre.
What I don't like about
story
him
that
is like he
added.
casts like the same his wife
I
and
know.
like his friends into the movie, and it's like, all right, are these really the best people? Come on, I get it.
Yeah.
You get a friend apart or whatever, but it's like these are the leads in like these movies, and it's like, all right, enough. Rob,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I get.
The Monsters, I'm curious to see what a disaster that is.
That looks so bad. I don't even want to see it. And if it was on, I would turn it off.
You would
I would
turn it
change the
off?
channel.
Oh,
I just
man.
don't want to watch. Maybe I'd watch it just to be
I am
interested.
curious to see how bad
The
it is.
Monsters itself, it's like it's not a good idea to make into a movie. Like
Now, why did the Addams Family
Addams
work,
Family
but
worked
Monsters did
so
not?
well.
Why is that?
Because you had Angelica Houston and Raul Julia, maybe because you had two icons.
And now Wednesday is a hit.
well,
Yeah.
Monsters are like a parody of some other show. I forgot what it was, but that's why they have that scene at like where like she gives lunch.
But like, what about like Herman, like or Grandpa? I mean, those were good. Like, it was only on for like what 2 years, the TV show, right?
Not
Something like
long.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 3?
Yeah.
I don't know the history of it. So.
It's interesting that like Addams Family took off, but Monsters not really.
Yeah.
Not so much.
It was just a
Adam's Family is just like the characters are more developed.
Yeah.
And so
Except
when you get like a
Pugsley's not developed at all.
you got a stupid
Never.
Frankenstein.
Imagine if they did the TV show Pugsley, like a spinoff of
would
Wednesday.
never happen.
It would just be him sitting there, like
I would rather
Shoved into
watch
lockers.
Thing.
It'd
I'd
be
rather
like-
watch a series about the hand than a series about
hand
Pugsley.
He had a major role in
hand
the Wednesday show. Yeah.
The hand-
Thing.
oh, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
He
a
really
very
did.
important character.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
They did a
Pugsley
great job with
was
Thing.
in 3 minutes of the entire
that's it.
season.
that's it.
Yeah.
I was not huge into Catherine Zeta-Jones and Luis Guzman. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
realized
yeah.
that they're closer to the actual comics.
comics, yeah.
Total. I just didn't think
Right.
they had like.
Well,
I didn't want to
thankfully,
see them have
they're-
sex.
they're
You know
not-
what I mean?
They're
I
not
wasn't
in it that
into
much, which
Yeah.
is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really bad casting because I was like,
Yeah,
"There's
it didn't
no
work. No
way
chemistry.
that guy, like, and she could find him attractive. Like,
right.
it's like,
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
gross.
Yeah.
Gross. No, it is disgusting. Like,
All right. Poor Gomez.
he has to know this.
He's laughing all the way to the
He
bank.
doesn't
It's
care.
Yeah,
fine.
he doesn't exactly. He gives to like
fine.
if he listens to this, God, fucking great, dude. That means we're like fucking went viral.
Poor Pugsley. I am curious what happens to Pugsley as he gets older. Like that poor kid, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
He's just
I have no
you're
idea who Pugsley.
the
is.
only
You don't know who he is?
No, I don't even
Then
know.
you haven't even watched it. What the hell are you
He's the-
critiquing it for?
He's Wednesday's
His brother?
brother.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even a thought.
Right.
So maybe, hopefully, I will not have another asshole story. But I did wind up getting another like backstage VIP
Oh, yeah.
ticket
Go back
for
to the
his
Special
next show.
Olympics?
Yeah.
Because I'm just.
Wait, which show are you going
For
to?
Rob Zombie.
Oh, for another. Wait, is he coming back into town?
Yeah,
You
he's
hear the
playing in Anaheim.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
with
It's
Alice
for the
Cooper.
Special
It's gonna be
Olympics.
really cool.
Oh, with Alice
And this is
Cooper?
gonna show
I would
up
see
and be
Alice.
like-
I know.
I would
Yeah,
see
Alice Cooper is amazing
I would see
live.
Alice Cooper. That's
Yeah.
cool,
So, but I already know what I want to ask and what I want to say.
So you get to go backstage and you meet them?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that again
Okay, all
too.
right.
Because part of me is like, horror nerd. Hey, there's this thing
Yeah,
I'm
have,
doing.
have you been able to maybe get him to go to the show or be on
Can you
the show?
imagine if I don't know?
Is that on?
that.
Is that on?
No,
your,
I can-
Is that on
yeah.
your goal?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, for
sure.
sure.
You
You know how
right?
you can get VIP?
What's that?
You know how you can get VIP to go right up to him and talk to him?
Yeah.
Get in a wheelchair.
Yeah, maybe.
Full circle. And then you show up and be like, hey, I'm your biggest
They'll be like,
fan.
hey, there's a woman here in a wheelchair that really wants a picture. Can't
say no to that.
Shit. All right.
I think her wheelchair's from like 1984.
And then those,
though.
and then
I
those
don't know.
two guys show up from the first time, and they're like, there she is. Now you're in a wheelchair.
Full circle. And then they do a cartwheel.
Yeah.
No, I want to ask him because I saw he posted a little while ago a picture of Gilligan's Island. He said Ginger or Marianne,
Oh,
and he never
alright.
answered the question. So I want to know.
Yeah.
Because Marianne Dawn Wells, who played Marianne, was like my adopted grandmother. She was like family to me. So I need him to pick her, obviously.
Right. Yeah, for
Huge
sure.
crush
right?
on her.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
you like
know.
Ginger or Marianne?
Oh, I guess Ginger.
Or Mrs. Howell?
Oh, wow, okay. Well, how about the
I have to look them up again. I don't remember what they look like.
It's like the girl next door, the hot, cute country
Marianne.
girl, or the glamorous.
Oh, Marianne.
I would go
She's
with
cute.
Marianne.
Marianne's
Yeah.
cute.
Ginger was very hot, but it was like smoking. But like as a kid, I was like, I don't know. This
What about
Ginger.
Not
what about
accessible.
what about Gilligan?
Gilligan? I never had feelings for. No. Not once.
I was all about the professor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, here's the thing that's happening now as well that one of my friends made me aware of. Apparently, there are a lot of bear daddies, a lot of gay men on TikTok. My grandfather's dick is trending. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh my God. Really?
There are
Wow.
pages dedicated. There's a Tumblr blog called Mature
Was
Men
he
of
gay?
TV and Film. No, no, but
has just
apparently.
become
He
a
was
thing.
taking dick pics back then.
No, but also all of these guys
They're
who like
dressing
bigger,
up?
older men.
Oh.
They're looking at pictures of my grandfather in tight pants, and they're finding
Wow.
outlines of his.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and they're posting it like arrow. I'll
Really?
send them. It's a lot.
That's people have too much free time.
This is a real
Jesus.
thing.
Wow.
But apparently, all these guys wanted to fuck my grandpa. All right, no grandpa. I know, go grandpa.
He's having.
I mean, he didn't have a beard though. He was husky.
Yeah, he was a big guy.
He was a big.
Look at
How,
this,
how
he's
big was
having-
he? 6 what?
He was a tall guy. Yeah, well over 6 foot. My dad was tall too. My dad looked just like him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so when my dad would take me to school in the morning, they'd be like, "Oh, is that the skipper dropping you off?" I'm like,
There he is.
No, he's
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. He looks like he has a huge cock.
He apparently he really does.
No wait. I'm
I know.
sorry.
I thought
That's
we
your
were gonna.
grandma.
I was excited. I thought you found like one of.
Oh, I was
those-
gonna show the picture of his cock.
Do you know what?
You look
I'll
up
have the research team.
Alan Hale penis.
Do you know what I looked up? And
Please.
it will pop
Look it
up.
up.
If you Google Skipper's bulge, it will come
there
up.
we go.
And I had to do this for a show. I swear to God, it was for research. I did, social
looked
media
up my
meltdowns. I
grandpa's
did that
dick.
show. Well, yeah.
Hold on. Let's see.
No, but my friend sent me a
that it
TikTok
right
page.
there?
It's hashtag TikTok.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
There's Skipper's
See?
bulge.
Oh.
See?
Oh, wait a minute.
Mature
This is-
Men of TV and Films.
Wait a
that's
minute.
it.
That's
Oh
not.
wow!
I
That's not real. That's not real. That is not real.
Can we make that bigger?
Ah,
Can we
that's
make
not
that
real.
bigger?
Let me see if I can.
Oh! Whoa! Look at that!
Hey,
There
all
we go.
right,
I mean,
Gramps.
the comments that people were leaving, one guy was like, just
That's not real.
There you go. Right there.
No, it's not real.
yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah.
Enough of that. But
Mr. Woods.
so now your grandfather is having a new
He's
resurgence.
having a
of-
moment, yeah.
Well, maybe they will be rebooting Gilligan's Island after all.
Well, there is a porn that was
Of
given to
course
me.
there is.
Someone gave me a copy, Gilligan's Island.
Oh my
I
God.
was wondering what it would be called.
Yeah, and Gilligan is wearing these pants on the cover that says the SS Man.
Oh man.
So bad.
Gaggin Island.
Lost
yeah,
in
yeah.
Seaman.
Lost in Seaman.
Yeah.
3-hour orgy.
Hey.
And then Ginger shows up. Yeah, I get it.
I'm just trying to go off of it. I'm thinking
All
like
right.
names.
Well,
Come on.
on that note,
Anybody, come on, Doug. Get any names for porn?
for the Gilligan porn?
Yeah, for the Gilligan porn.
Gilligan's cock. I don't know.
Hey there, little buddy.
Gilligan's
there you go.
Revenge.
Yeah. Gilligan's Revenge. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well,
That sounds
That's the
dark.
hard
it's a little bit darker.
Sounds
though.
like an STI.
Yeah.
Or a diarrhea. Yeah, Gilligan's Revenge.
Yeah, because he probably had strawberry quick. That's probably
Yay.
why.
Full circle. It's all
circle
going
moment.
around.
Yes.
And, I mean, Samantha Hale's going to go to the Special Olympics. She's gonna
was
talk
it?
shit
Who
to
is-
everybody in the front row.
What character was this again?
That's
That's
Marianne.
That's Marianne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
come
trying to remember.
on.
I'm trying to remember.
Is my doppelganger.
Oh, she's
Yeah, Marianne's
amazing.
Yeah.
pigtails. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved her. Yeah.
She's so great. She
when they
is
did
so...
the B group, they were like singing like the bees.
I don't remember.
What?
I have to go back
Oh,
and
you
watch
never
it.
saw the episode.
I'm sure I've seen it, but...
Remember like they got like the Beatles, like a Beatle-like gang.
Yeah.
Group
I
lands
think so.
there, and then they create like you need us like a bee needs a no. Sorry, you know
I love that
Could you
you
look that
remember
up?
all this.
Oh my god! All right. Well, I know Samantha does have to run here soon. Is there anyone that you would nominate to be on the show? Do you know anyone that's asshole worthy that you think should be on the podcast?
Ooh.
Not to put you on the spot, but
But to
I have to
actually,
put you-
you need to go ahead.
you don't need to.
you
answer.
don't have to answer this right
Only,
now.
if there- only,
no,
only if there's
fine.
someone at the top of your head.
I
that
would
you
say
think.
there are two people that come to mind, and they actually are like my OG horror nerd kind of teammates. They've been doing doing the show with me since the beginning. Jackie Steele and Illusia, who's a drag queen.
Oh, I know Jack.
Illusia's
I know
a
Jackie.
raging asshole in the best of ways.
Illusia?
That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we'll have them. on
Illusion
at some point.
together, they're like double asshole. When
Really?
you have them
All right.
together. Yeah, they're some sassy
Sassy
people.
assholes.
And they don't take shit from anyone.
No, I know. I know Jackie. I
Jackie
know
would
she's
have some
I know
stories.
she's a tough cookie.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's the tiniest one. She is
is.
Chucky. She is Chucky.
She could be
basically.
Chucky, yeah.
She's 5'11".
Are you gonna have her dress up like as Chucky?
She has done Horror Nerd as Chucky.
Oh, really?
She came up in the overalls and covered in blood and shapes. She did the Horror Nerd as Carrie. She came covered in
Carrie,
blood. She's
oh,
like,
yeah.
man, have I had a day.
That's awesome.
Just talked about her period for 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
I love it. Yeah.
Carrie, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Carrie. I forgot about Carrie. Yeah.
Classic.
Carrie? Oh, yeah.
Psycho.
Jesus
Carrie.
Christ.
The classics. Go back to the classics.
With John Travolta, like a young
Yeah.
John Travolta.
John Travolta.
I mean, the pig's blood on the.
Yeah, right. Maybe you can pour pig's blood on someone if they don't do their horror material.
That's
Yeah. That's
a great idea. Yeah. I want to see how that goes.
or
Can you
or just
videotape that?
make it strawberry quick instead of
Yeah,
the pig.
that'd be worse. Because that smell would never come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Strawberry Quick is amazing.
All right,
With
all right.
vanilla wafers?
Oh,
forget
I
about it.
I was
Gross.
gonna have dinner, but
Gross.
now
No, not anymore.
Vanilla wafers.
Great diet plan. I do like vanilla wafers.
All right. Well, Samantha Hale, she gave a great asshole story today. I think it's a good
thank
one.
you.
It's a good one. So people in wheelchairs, don't be doing that. You know,
Don't go hang
Wait-
don't
wait
go
in
to
line.
a concert if Samantha
wait in
Hale's
line
there.
like everyone else. Yeah,
But
exactly.
they weren't like if he was an actual nice person.
Yeah.
Like I probably would have felt different. I probably would have been like, you know what, dude? Yeah, get
Like
up
if
here.
he had
I
said,
just
like,
knew.
"Excuse me, ma'am, I'm in a wheelchair, I'm handicapped. Can I cut in front of you and you can move back?" Like if he said it very nice.
I'm going. If he said like I'm going to die next week,
Yeah,
I
this
only
is my
have,
last Rob
then
Zombie
I'm
concert.
sure you would have been like,
This
yes.
is my make a wish was to go to Rob Zombie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you would have said yes, right?
rope
Right?
an
I would have been
18-year-old
like,
girl
I
and
would have been like,
assault a woman
first
with
of
my
all,
Wait,
heel.
she's not saying yes.
I don't
though.
believe
Yeah,
you.
no,
I don't
she's
believe that that's
saying
your that would be your make a wish thing. Is that Rob Zombie concert?
I don't know. I just feel like assholes come in all shapes and forms.
They do.
Wheelchairs or not. Like
Sure.
even if he was actually in need
He
of that
was-
wheelchair, he was still
He was still an asshole.
He was used to his entire life getting like what he wants, or like you know.
Yeah.
You don't
Except
know.
for walking, but yeah.
Well, we don't know the history. We don't know the
Standing on the wheelchair.
He could have been a new wheelchair person, or he could have been in his entire life.
Your MS just started, bitch. I'm sorry, should I not?
Oh my god.
Don't knock on the table.
Sorry. I had to knock on the wood.
I
Sorry.
know. I know.
I just
All right.
before we wrap, he
Yes.
wasn't actually in a wheelchair, you guys.
Yeah.
He just pretended to
pretending.
be.
He just pretended.
Please
to
don't
be.
Pretending.
hate mail me.
He had crutches. Yeah, no.
We
no.
still like
Don't worry,
you.
no one's
We love-
watching this.
No
No,
one
one's
watches.
seeing this.
No,
In a month from now, she's fired from her job. It's
I know,
like,
I
you
know.
were on this. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, Samantha Hale, she gave a great asshole story. She has come on the show today and redeemed herself, though, so she can go in peace and not be an asshole or a basshole. Whatever.
You're not an asshole.
You're not an
He
asshole.
could walk. He wasn't. Jesus was not there.
True. And he
Yeah.
touched.
If Jesus was there, then yeah.
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
He would
I
have.
don't
He
know.
would have.
Jesus would have forgiven everyone.
I think so.
Or he allowed him to walk, but Jesus wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly.
He did not attend the Rob Zombie concert.
And then Jesus would have remade the monsters, and it would have been
Oh
fine.
my god. let's talk again when they
This
when
was
they
anticlimactic.
when they remake the
Okay,
Monsters
thanks for
again.
trying to bring it back around, though. I
Yeah.
thought it was
Thank
cute.
you.
Yeah,
I was going
All
for
right,
it.
trying.
Samantha Hale's Horror Nerd comedy show is at the Improv on April 21st. They can get tickets at the Improv website. Make sure you check it out. Child's Play edition. Chucky may or may not be there. We don't know yet. You're going to have to go to find out. Is there anything else you want to plug, Samantha?
Well, we actually filmed Horror Nerd as an hour special,
Oh.
which is exciting. Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
that should be out hopefully this year.
You guys filmed it at the Improv,
at the Improv,
right?
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, super lucky and grateful to have done it
Oh,
there. That's
awesome.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and you're going to try to get it on, streaming services or something like that?
That's
or-
the plan.
Yeah. What was the theme for the filmed one? Was there a
So
special
it
theme?
was just an hour of me and my relationship with horror.
Oh, okay.
Just me growing up with
perfect.
it and why I'm so into it.
Yeah, awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's look for that too, and make sure you get your tickets to go see Horror Nerd, April 21st at the Improv. Child's Play. Rob will be there. And
I'm not saying anything. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to bring back around.
We'll be there.
Rob will be there.
in a
So if you have
wheelchair.
if you had a problem with anything Rob said today on the show, please go to Horror Nerd.
Roll
and
up.
stab him. Fake stab him. Fake stab him.
What did I say wrong? I said nothing wrong.
All right, guys, we gotta go. Samantha Hale's been great. Rob DeRocha's here. Rachel D. CJ Aviles. My name's Doug Bass. Make sure you follow us at Basshole Show, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. And remember, don't be a basshole, but if you are, laugh about it. Ciao.
You've been listening to I'm a Basshole with Doug Bass. Follow us on Instagram at Basshole Show. Think you deserve to be on the show? Email us at contact@bassholeshow.com and visit our website at www.bassholeshow.com and get the latest information. Subscribe on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast fix. And don't miss the full videos on YouTube. Remember, don't be a basshole, but if you are, laugh about it. We'll see you next time.